How do we talk to the high schooler about student loans for college?
That's a great one. I'm embarrassed to tell you, I didn't spend a lot of time talking about that. And after the book went to print, I had kind of one of those, "Ugh, I wish I would have talked more about it." Can I just talk about how we did it in our household, Andy? Does that
Yeah,
work?
sure.
Okay, cool. So I saved a lot of money in 529 plans when I started, right? Because I thought that that was like the best way to do it. Now, you, as a financial advisor, there are pros and cons to that. I totally get it. But I had a friend who was a financial advisor, and he taught me something he was doing with his daughter that I stole the idea. Do you know that there are different financial aid packages that you can get and student loans and grants? We used to call them when we were growing up the Stafford loans. Okay. You can actually get some loans that are not need based. Some are and some aren't. So, what I do is every semester or every year, I make my son take out a loan for his college education. Why? First of all, I think that inspires him having some ownership of getting out of bed and getting to class and doing productive things like studying, right? But I also think it helps him understand how much things cost. Now, based on a certain set of things that happen, I'm probably likely to wipe out a lot of the debt myself when he graduates. I'm not necessarily going to wipe out all of it, but maybe most of it. But it depends. If I feel like he's valuing the education, that's what we do. But I think it's also important to teach kids what the lost opportunity cost is of that college. So, for example, my son goes to University of Virginia, and we're out of state. And out of state, the full cost, all in tuition, room, board, books, the whole thing, is probably getting to near to 70,000 a year. It's a lot. Now, if we were Virginia residents, it would be less than half that. So there's an interesting conversation to have, and you have to be careful about how you frame it. But is it really worth it to go to the college that costs the big bucks? Right? Is it better just to get a college education, or do you need to get an education and a piece of paper from a certain university? I'm not here to debate that because I don't know. But I do know that the cost of a college education today, which is like $250,000 to $300,000, if you had just taken that money and invested it, and you think about what that would be worth in 40 years, why don't we use the rule of 72? The answer is a lot. And while I'm not saying don't send the kids to college, because I think there are a lot of benefits to it, it comes with a cost. And I think it's important for the kids to know that. And I think the best way to teach them that is through the compounded interest conversation.